What's up, everybody? I'm
Hello.
Cody. That's Jack. We are here with our first live stream, the Sweet Life Saturday shows. So before we get into it, just kind of talk on a couple of sponsors here. First one, we have Underdog Fantasy. If you're not already signed up, please go sign up. Use promo code GETRIGHT for a 50% match up to $1,000. Second one we have for you as well is Trophy Smack. Go to Trophy Smack. I mean, what's better than winning your fantasy league if you
Get
a
a
nice
trophy
ring
to flaunt.
or belt or a trophy to rub it in everyone's face?
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we got Underdog. Use code GETRIGHT, 50% match up to $1,000. And when you go to Trophy Smack, use code GETRIGHT as well. So like I said, what's better than just winning your league if you can't flaunt it?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jack, well, welcome. We are here, first Saturday, Sweet Life Saturday show here.
It's very exciting. First
Um,
live stream.
First one, so please, be nice to us.
Hopefully the audio is working. Hopefully you could hear what we're speaking.
Yes.
Once we get some people in the chat.
Don't worry, casual viewers. We are still in the same room. Our nice red sheeted bed is still right here, but we figure sitting across from each other looks a little
We
better.
got different cameras today.
Nicer.
All sharp.
Premise of this show really is we're gonna go over some bets we like. If you guys follow the Instagram, you see Jacko's locks 3 straight weeks hitting. You also see my jimmies that always tend to be at least one leg away from hitting the parlay. Well, Jack, welcome. Thanks for being with me this Saturday. Anything you want to say to get us started here?
No, I'm very excited. We got big noon football kicking off shortly. We start a little bit later than anticipated.
Yes, but we'll try and make this quick for, I know we have a lot of Penn State fans that are going to be
absolutely
watching.
Yeah, I'm ready to watch it myself. We're talking about bets today. It might have to be a little action thrown on Penn State today too. So let me I'm gonna do just a quick test pull up and hear how the audio sounds on the YouTube real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, it's money
bags.
Money, dude.
All right, yeah, and then like I said, if you guys have any questions as far as bets, fantasy, football in general, just leave them in the comments. We'll answer here live.
Now, can we see comments from all platforms pop up on here?
Yeah, any comment. We'll be able to pull them up.
Okay, start firing stuff off, boys. If you guys are in the chat, let's just start going wild.
Yeah, so the tough thing you guys will see as we go today, they don't have necessarily all of the props and bets out. I know the Green Bay game doesn't have any Green Bay ones out because we don't know the quarterback. So as we're going and picking bets, just keep that in mind. That they might not all be there.
The majority of them.
And obviously, these lines are subject to change. So these are the lines as of like 10 o'clock this morning. So if I say in line, I say over, but then that line jumps up.
Yeah. That's
just keep in mind that.
That's just par for the course. Plus, you don't know about your boy Jordan Love.
So we have our
boy Jordan Love
coming here with our boy Sean. Welcome, Sean. It is the Northern Ever Penn State James Franklin.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, I know you mentioned you wanted to get on here, start talking college. So now we're doing Saturday shows. So Sean,
the one thing that scares me,
get in here, my guy.
And I'm not the biggest college ball expert. I like to think I'm a little more well versed in the NFL. But I've been doing a little bit of research on the 2025 NFL draft prospects, which starts me to get looking at some guys in college right now. And I'm loving I'm forgetting, is it Winston, the safety on Penn State, is an absolute baller, dude.
Yeah.
They got a pass rusher. Pass rusher, we're at number 11. He's projected to go in the first round too. Who looks awesome. Drew Aller obviously is right now. I'd have to check FanDuel. He's in the top 6 for the high.
I saw a mock draft that had him a top 10 pick this year. I think 8 overall or something.
They're undefeated right now. If they could string together a couple wins and Drew looks sharp enough to lead the team, why would he? Why not?
Yeah, I know a lot of smack I hear from the Penn State fans, that we are friends with and stuff, is that James Franklin struggles against the top teams, and Sean just said,
Ohio State's always a bitter rival. So
like Sean just said, it might be it's a big test today. It is now or never.
It's a massive test. It's gonna be interesting to see too. Ohio State can get that crazy RB Judkins with the crazy ass spin move. They can control him today. I think it's gonna be
It'll be a good game for sure.
Spread's 3.5.
Absolutely.
There might have to be some bones thrown to see its way today. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be.
I'm more of a, like I said, I have to save my money for Sundays. But
Anthony,
what's up, my man? Thanks for letting us use your platform and everything here. We truly appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to say we would be here without you guys. We truly appreciate everything you've done for us. We got our first question here, though. We have Mr. Dr. Morancho. The Panthers trade Bryce Young. It's a tough question. I know we talked about it a couple times on the show. Should they trade him? I mean, look, if you're going to bench him already in his second year, you clearly don't have plans going forward for him. And from what I've heard, there's a lot of teams and GMs out there basically licking their chops, wanting him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I would definitely see what you can get for him. I wouldn't just sell him for cheap to get him off the team.
I heard.
But, I mean, if you're going to bench him second year and there's a bunch of teams out there that want him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the reason why not. Although I did hear our sweet boy, Andy Dalton, the Red Rifle, he got into that car accident, right? Mm-hmm. And then this last week, Bryce Young started because he had some sort of hand injury. But
they're still rolling with Bryce Young, though.
I heard that Andy's going to be okay to start, but they're still going with Bryce.
Yeah,
Are the Panthers coming back a little bit? Like, oh, we're sorry, Bryce. We kind of want you back after this. All what happened with Andy. Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, Bryce, threw 2 picks last week, but also did throw 2 touchdowns.
He threw a garbage time touchdown.
It looked better than, season high yardage at like 220 or something. So still went great out from
Panthers is
first overall quarterback.
I don't even know what you do with it. Because what do you do? When you get rid of Bryce Young, when do you draft quarterback next year and you just throw another guy to the Wolves?
That's
like,
the thing.
What are you gonna do?
You also gotta take into account their offensive line sucks. He's running around like a maniac. His receivers, they usually got a special receiver too. So I mean, I think as the Panthers organization, you got to realize that this year's probably a wash, and you just let him out there. I mean, just let him go, let him learn, let him get knocked around, let him, maybe we get that third year. Look at Josh Allen, first 2 years. First year not great. Yeah. Second year improved. Third year is really when he took off. Look at Baker Mayfield. I mean, look at all these quarterbacks. It's taken him a couple of years to really get started.
Not going to compare Bryce Young to Peyton Manning.
Well, I'm not going to. Peyton Manning. He's still Carson Palmer. There's a laundry list of quarterbacks who their first year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah, Manning. Manning still holds the record for most interceptions thrown by a rookie. It's like 48 or something. Like monster.
It was a lot.
Yeah,
it was like 48 over his first 2 years.
No, I think his 1 year. 1 year he had 48.
Oh no, I saw it was like his first 10 starts. He had like 20 some.
Can I pull up other tabs on here while we're live too?
Yeah.
I won't see her.
Yeah, and then Matt also asked team best fit. I'm assuming this for a follow up on the Bryce Young. I mean, if he does get traded, I imagine it's going to be a team that wants a backup. A team that I saw that was kind of interesting was the New York Jets. You have an aging quarterback. You don't really have an answer once he's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, look what Jordan Love ended up doing after sitting behind Aaron Rodgers. Could Bryce Young do the same?
Yeah. Also, I totally lied. Hey, man, it's not 48 monstrous.
I was going to say, I didn't think it was that much.
28.
I was going to say, I thought it was 20-something.
I'm like, jeez.
Yeah, I mean, he did best fits. I mean, the Jets would be a nice fit, I think. Go sit behind Rodgers for the rest of this year, maybe next year, developing everything. I mean, you could also look at other QB needy teams. Raiders definitely need a quarterback.
Colts,
Rams,
kind of wild.
Behind Stafford.
I mean, Colts already have AR with their rookie quarterback troubles.
I don't know if Colts would do it. A team to me that would trade for him is a team with an aging quarterback. Yeah, but they got Richardson. Let him develop. I mean, my top two.
They're calling out Richardson, man. I think this week was bad. I think they're going to be moving on to broader pastures. I think they're going to put AR out of his misery. They're
a lot of people are saying he put out a team and everything, which is, very, true. And you see to come out. I'm tired.
Raiders.
I think Raiders are a good fit. I mean, like I said, my personal opinion goes to a team with an aging quarterback. Whether that be Rams, Jets. A guy older that he can sit and develop behind. Those are probably my top two. for best fit.
Bryce Young doesn't strike me as a Sean McVay guy, though. Kind of doesn't.
I mean, who knows, though?
Like, as a guy to do what Sean wants.
Yeah, but I mean, you think, pretty run-heavy offense, learn behind Stafford, who, who actually generation, like I said. So those are probably my two top fits for him. All right, we got. Is there anything else? Any other teams you want to touch on before we jump to the next comment?
No, hidden.
I'll say those are probably my top. Well, those are probably my top two there. All right, we got Sean. Fun fact in college football world: if Penn State and Indiana beat Ohio State by more than 1 point, Oregon does not make the Big Ten championship game. That's funny because they're ranked number 1 too. College is weird, man. One loss.
It's so weird.
One loss will bring you down the fucking totem pole.
It depends who you lose to, right? I think as well.
It depends who you lose to, too, obviously.
If you lose to a
unranked, you're going to drop more than if you're like if Penn State loses today, they probably drop to
couple spots.
7th, 6th, 7th.
Yeah.
All right, we have Fletcher Cox. I can't imagine that's the real Fletcher Cox. No, he was on the stream last night. I saw in the comments. Would you trade Cook? I'm assuming James Cook and Kelsey for Josh Jacobs and Njoku. Yeah, I mean, I think I smashed that. I mean, Jacobs. 4th leading or 3rd leading rusher in the league. He's probably going to see a lot of work. The touchdowns will go up for Jacobs, I believe. And I mean, Njoku, you look at him now, he's probably that number 1 target on the offense. So
I think it's kind of fair trade.
It's fair, but I mean, I think I would take the Jacobs and Njoku side.
See, I like Cook and Kelsey side.
I mean,
but it's not like one side is lopsided. Like I could see either. Just which players do you like more type of the trade? Like
I mean, I like Jacobs over Cook, and I like Njoku over Kelsey. So I mean, for me, I heavily lean, not heavily, but I really give the edge to the Jacobs and Njoku side. Like I said, Njoku, he's your number 1 target.
The Packers fan, like Jacobs, what?
Yeah, right. And like I said, the touchdowns will go up for Jacobs, catching the ball a little more. Like 3rd leading rusher in the league. I mean, it's going to be hard, not to. I'm taking it. Yes. All right. Looks like that's it for questions for now. So we'll jump into bets here. First game we got on the slate, we have Ravens, Broncos. So what I try to do, I did my best to try and get my 2 favorite bets from each game. The first one I have here, Bo Nix, they have him at 243.5 passing and receiving. I'm taking the over on it. He's hit it in 3 straight and
passing and rushing.
Passing and rushing.
Yeah.
243.5. He's hit it 3 straight. Great matchup against the Ravens, 32nd ranked passing.
Didn't he have over like
50? And he's hit 5 overall.
Over 50 or over 70 rushing yards?
Over 70
last game.
A couple weeks ago. I don't know if it was last
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a smash. I mean, I like the matchup. It's a pretty low line. And then, Mark Andrews, I feel like they're still discounting a little bit, but they have him at 2.5 catches, and I like that. I'll probably take the over. He's hit that 4 straight.
Mark Andrews over
2.5 catches. I mean, he's hit it 4 straight now. So it seems like he's, coming back to the Mark Andrews.
Oh, Mark Andrews is alive.
So I'm saying 2.5 seems like you're still getting them at a discount. So those are the 2 I like there. You got any you want to touch on there?
I mean, I'll double down with you on the Mark Andrews. I don't know if you're going to talk about our boy Flacco right now, but I am loving some of the Sunday night slates.
We'll get there.
Monsieur Flacco, dude.
Save that for when we get the Colts game.
When we get to our locks?
Yeah, so those are the 2 I like there.
I'm ready to hear some
again, obviously, all subject to change. So the Jimmies, if you follow the Instagram, we'll have the final, my final bet.
Oh, you're not going to talk about the Jimmies today?
We'll touch on the Jimmies. We'll go over with the Jimmies.
I feel like you got to lock in. We got to lock in our locks at the end.
All right, we'll lock in the lock at the end.
That's up to you.
It's just like I said. It could be a good thing that they're subject to change because I've seen a lot where I look at
then the lines
then they go up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we're going to look at Mark Andrews at 3.5.
Yeah.
They'll probably bump up Bo Nix for all we know.
Yeah. Who knows?
All right, next game we got on the slate. We have Giants Commanders. I will say this was a kind of tricky one to find some. But I like both Jones and Jaden Daniels to go over on their passing yards. They have Daniel Jones right now. Oh, these are DraftKings odds. I don't know what.
I'm a FanDuel guy. Yeah,
these are all DraftKings odds. They have Jones at 204.5 passing yards, and he's hit this 5 out of the last 6. And again, a great matchup against Washington. And Washington, as we've seen, is a team that can put up numbers, which might force the Giants to pass.
Only way that Daniel doesn't hit that is if he gets benched.
Exactly. So barring benching, I like the 204.
Which he could very well get benched.
Daniel Jones line. And then they have Jaden Daniels at 229.5. He's hit this 5 out of 8 overall. And the games he hasn't hit it on was the game he left due to injury and his 2 first career games.
What was that number again?
229.5 passing for Jaden Daniels. And again, the matchup's pretty good.
229?
229.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Like I said, the only games he hasn't hit that is when he left for injury and then his 2 first career games.
Yeah.
After that, he's hit every game outside of that game when he left.
As horrible as the Giants are, don't count out Sexy Dexy on the D-line to get some pressures. I mean, I know he's one man, but I think that people are overlooking the Giants' defense just because of how bad their offense is.
Oh, sure.
Like, all their games are boring, low scoring. Like, they're trying to play like the Steelers. They're really trying to play like the Steelers. And the problem is that they don't have
Russell Wilson, the defense
or
definitely
Pickens or Najee Harris or slightly better offensive line than they do right now. Sure. I mean, they just lost their left tackle, Andrew Thomas, which doesn't help them. They thought that would be a good idea to get rid of Saquon. And I mean, I'm happy about that. But their defense is sneaky. That's the only thing I would say about that.
It is.
I still think Commanders got it, but
look out for smash the money line.
Look out for like a surprisingly lower scoring, like explosive game.
I mean, you look at the last time they played Washington, didn't score a touchdown.
That's what I'm saying.
But they won.
And
but then again, that was Jaden Daniels has since emerged, and
I believe you picked
I think we
survivors.
Was it Survivor or was it Veto? I think it Veto though.
Maybe it was one of it for our picks.
I don't remember. Another one I kind of like in this game before we move on to the next. Tyrone Tracy, they have him at 58.5 rushing yards. I mean, he's taken over the backfield, 20 carries for 148 or 150 yards last week against a much better Steelers defense.
He's low-key
looking I think that smashes.
He's low-key looking like the RB1 there now.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty low line.
I love Tyrone, dude. His story out of Purdue is so cool too. Did we talk about that? He used to be a wide receiver.
Yeah, this is only like his second year as an actual receiver.
In his last year in college, he like transitioned to running back because his coaches were like, "Dude, you gotta play running back.
You quick as shit, boy."
And he was like, "I'm gonna damage my draft stock. Like, I don't know, like I'm a decent wide receiver. Like, no, like this is gonna be good for you."
Yeah, I mean, look at him.
Now he's RB1. So
absolutely. Next game we have Dolphins Bills. I know this one was when we were doing our pick'ems this week. This was a tough one.
It's a weird one
to decide here. So
what did we end up picking? We went
Miami. We went Miami.
Our picks are already screwed though, unfortunately, because the damn Jets.
I try to tell you, man.
We get curse on here, right?
Try to tell you.
We get curse on here.
I wouldn't.
Our F-bombs illegal. Okay.
I mean, I would try to be as clean as possible here.
As PG as possible.
We gotta be careful. We're streaming to get right now, so we gotta be
correct. Sorry,
we gotta Jeremy fixes Jalen Waddle touchdown, book it. Yeah, I mean, anything's possible with that offense.
Jeremy, I like that profile picture there.
Under to a concussion. I think they have it at 1.5. Seems a little low to me.
The over/under.
I'm gonna click this. Yeah, you can. We have the non-kids filter on. Okay.
Ooh, so all right. So I guess fuck the Jets.
Rasta gave us the get go. Thanks, Rasta.
Rasta.
All right. So yeah. So F-bombs are fine. Just the counter from Marshall will leave off.
Let me go back. Can I double back on the Jalen Waddle?
Jalen Waddle touchdown. Book it.
I'm gonna look at these. Let me pull up right here on the
odds. Now with Tua back. I know the get right guys are more the fantasy guys. But he might be a nice buy low in fantasy, wouldn't you think? Now with Tua.
Yeah, well, it's funny. Jeremy says that a couple weeks ago. Well, it was more than a couple weeks ago now, I think. But we did a straight up trade. I gave him Waddle. He gave me Rashid when the Rashid hype was
Rashid. Oh boy.
But now Rashid is out for the season and Waddle.
He's out for the year. It's just not our.
Oh, it's done.
Gone for the year. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have him stuffed on a 9
so
spot.
It worked out for Jeremy. Jeremy, the profile picture. The profile picture is awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
holy cross.
With Tua back, I mean that Miami offense just takes a whole nother 4 steps up.
Anytime touchdown, Jalen Wallace, it's 230.
Pretty good odds. I take it. And so, I said, don't go crazy.
You put a whole 5 bills.
So there 11. You
go. I like that.
There you go. You can let a couple slip, but
okay.
We're not like the Theo Vaughn podcast here.
Yeah,
I would probably trade Shaheed for him. Sounds like you already did, my boy.
Yeah,
might be a little late there. Dolphins, Bills, ones we touched on, and I know I was watching the show last night, and Mike's not high on Raheem Mostert. But they have his rushing line at 31.5, and the Bills are allowing over 4 yards a carry. And Mostert sits just 3 out of 4 games.
Did Mostert get a touchdown last week?
2.
Look at that.
So, I mean, this 31.5 line for me seems a little low, so I'm going to smash that one. That'll probably be on my –
What about a Raheem touchdown?
A Raheem touchdown is very possible. I mean, he had 18
he was hot last week. Maybe this is the
He only had like 19 yards last week on 11 carries, which isn't great. But like I said, the matchup's there. Like he's hit it 3 out of 4 since coming back from that injury. And I don't know. I like it. I had a hard time finding a second one, but the second one I went with here was Khalil Shakir. They have him at 52.5. I'm taking the over on that. He's hit it 5 out of 7, and Cooper questionable to play. So
was it Khalil Shakir that the Bears granted him the ability to take a trade?
I saw Khalil Herbert.
They got those Khalil names.
Khalil.
Yeah, mixing up my Khalils.
Mixing up, yeah.
There's a couple different Khalil. You got Khalil Herbert, Khalil Shakir, Khalil Mack.
Those are the only 2 I had on that game. I don't know if you had any more you want to add there. Like I said, some of these games they don't have all the
got everything going. Yeah.
So those were the 2 I were able to find them that I liked. I mean, I liked the Mostert one more than the Shakir one. If I were to pick.
Yeah, Mostert's that's where I would go.
That's where I'm going there. All right, next one we got Raiders, Bengals. This one was kind of tricky. They have Bowers at 6.5 catches, and they have Jacoby Myers at 4.5. That Bowers one seems a little high, 6.5, but he's hit it 4 out of 7 this year. I mean, he's heavily targeted. He's going to get the catches. Jacoby Myers, 4.5. I like the over there. He's hit it 4 straight. I mean, if not throwing to Bowers, they're throwing to Myers. So if I had to pick one of those 2, I mean, I'd probably lean the Myers one. And then as far as the Bengals side, I had a really hard time finding ones here.
Bengals matchups like this, when you have I mean, I don't know if you could say the Bengals are a good team, but when you have a shaky team going up against a really, really bad team, I like to look at the rushing props on the good team, because typically what happens in a football game, good team goes up,
they're going to run the ball.
And they just start running the ball, so you don't have to do anything else. So I probably look at
I believe they had Chase Brown at like 65.5.
Yeah,
and he hasn't hit that in like 4 weeks. So I was really hesitant on hitting that one. The 2 I did pick out.
Is Zach Moss hurt? Why is not even a Zach Moss?
They probably just don't even have it out yet. Like I said, they don't. Wow. Usually Sundays is when you see.
They have Chase Brown at 66.5,
which to me seems a little high, because I don't think he hasn't hit that in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'd probably go alternate and maybe double down on like alternate.
Yeah, this is a game you probably want to look at alternate yards. So I mean, Chase Brown, you probably look at maybe what the odds on like an alt 40 or alt 50 maybe. Just 66.5 just seems a little too much for me. The 2 I did pick out, which, T. Higgins isn't playing, so
I probably just wouldn't even touch this game. I wouldn't even touch this game.
Yeah, no, I'm not touching this one. Yeah, the Myers 4.5 I kind of like. So if I were to take one, that's the one. But they have Mike Gesicki at 3.5.
Mike Gesicki's been touching the damn ball, dude.
He had a good game last week, but he's only hit 3.5 3 times this year, and he hasn't done it since I think week 4. Prior to last week.
Against my Eagles, I feel like he caught the ball like 10 times.
Yeah, like 8 catches last week. So that's one. I mean, even with T. Higgins out, I mean, we've seen games with T. Higgins out earlier in the year where Gesicki didn't hit that. So if I were to maybe pick one on the Bengals side, I'd probably go under on Gesicki.
Under 3.5?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I like over 3.5 for sure.
Differ. So I don't know. Like I said, it's just not there. The other one I picked out was that Andre Iosivas. I think I'm saying it. which I think. All right, so Penn State's on, so probably.
I mean, hey,
usually that's okay.
Hey,
all right.
You can leave us on with the game on if you're feeling crazy.
Hey,
but I got to lock in my bet. I want to put some action on Penn State really quick.
Well, you might be about 5 minutes late here.
I know. I'll take it that live bet, bro.
You do the live ones. Another under in this game on the Bengals side, Andre Iosivas. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. They have him at 2.5. He's only hit that twice all year, and I know I said T. Higgins is out, but he has no catches in 2 straight games, and he hasn't hit this over since week 3.
We are officially riding Penn State, by the way.
We're doing it. We're riding Penn State.
Well, I can't speak for you, but I'm going to ride with Penn State.
Brother, all right.
And if they lose, then I get to blame it on Sean. No,
honestly, though, I know we lost the pick'ems already, but kind of happy in a way that it didn't get down to the Bucs-Chiefs game in my veto to lose. So takes a little pressure off me.
Yeah, a little bit. But no, I won't blame Sean. I will slightly blame my coworker Jordan, who is a Penn State fan, but an unbiased Penn State fan. And he has, similar to Sean, been very sick of losing to Ohio State. And I was talking to him last night at work, and he said he legitimately thinks that this is the first time in a while for Ohio State. Yes, let's go. We are Penn State, brother. Family friendly. Yeah, my coworker said this is the first time in a while where he legitimately thinks that there is a shot that they could actually get the Dusty over Ohio State. So hopefully that makes it feel good too, Sean. And I just threw down a solid 25 schmackaroons.
There it is. Now there's money on the game.
So
we like to see
that. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, we're definitely gonna watch that after this live.
Definitely like to see that. Oh yeah, for sure.
We'll check it out live every now and then too.
Yeah, pull it up on our phones if we need.
Oh, I got it right here.
Oh, there we go. All right, next thing we got here, we're gonna go to Cowboys Falcons. Your favorite Cowboys here. 2 I was able to pick out here. I'm going the under. I'm Kirk 250.5. It's a game script that may cause him to throw the ball, but he's only hit this twice all year, and the 2 games he hit it was both games against the Bucs. So I think I'm going to shade Kirk this week, take the under. I'm also going another under here. I'm going under Rico Dowdle. They have him at 61.5 rush and receiving, and he's only hit this once all year. So I think I'm going to shade this game a little bit and take both of those unders.
I actually really like the Rico under, especially what they're doing with Tavern Cook now.
Yeah, brought another running back into the mix.
So now you're sharing carries with 3 guys.
3 other guys. Yeah.
Well, 3 guys total.
Well, Zeke,
Rico, and Cook.
And I think Vaughn got a couple carries last week.
Oh, really? Deuce?
So I think Deuce got a couple. I think there was 4 running backs that got a carry last week. So, like I said, line just seems a little too high on me for both of those guys.
Yeah, 60 seems like a lot.
So, yeah, I'm going to shade both of them. But it seems like I was looking at the lines on this, like the yards for Dak and everything, the over-under. It sounds like Vegas thinks this is going to be a high-scoring game.
So Dallas is we gotta get our shiz together. They gotta making some money freaking moves. Now, some of these bets you're talking about? Are these each like legs of the Jimmies?
No. These are the ones that I picked my 2 favorite ones that they have out as of right now. Yeah, so these are ones I'll probably revisit, pick out my favorite ones, and then do Jimmy's. So like I said, I have 2 from each game. So there's probably like 20, 30 here.
Okay.
Which obviously I'm not gonna do a 20 leg parlay.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pick.
Are you sure? You sure about that?
Just don't check my DraftKings.
I'll probably. I got a text message tomorrow morning right before the 1 o'clock stage. It's like there's like 21 legs to win 60 grand. You're like, this is Jimmy's, but it's
$1 to win 60 grand, man. It's like playing the lottery at that point. You know what I mean?
We had 2 to win 30,000, and the Jets just smacked us.
So what's the difference between that and playing the lottery?
Yeah.
All right, we got Anthony. I'm going to pop in a little background. I whipped it to try. Hope it works.
Okay, very cool.
By all means, man, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely.
All right, next one we got the Chargers and the JMO-led Browns.
And we're both fans of the Browns this week.
Let me get him in on here.
Not that we're fans of the Browns, but
we got Rasta in here whenever he wants to. Oh. Maybe.
Nope, popped in. He did pop in and out like he said he would.
Maybe he doesn't want to be on screen, but anyway, just pop in.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, man.
Russ, you just let us come in. All right, we got Adam in here. You're
here.
Yeah, like you said, you know, you and I are both high on the Browns this week. Hey,
Look at
there
that.
he is. Behind the scenes stuff here.
Oh,
Sweet.
cool.
Look at that little guy. I didn't even see that here.
Sure.
We were doing before. But yeah, like I said, we're both high on the Browns this week. Do you know what they have Cedric Tillman's line at for catches? Which I think is blasphemous.
Tell me it's under 4.5.
3.5.
Oh my God.
Cedric Tillman had 12 targets and 9 targets in back-to-back games.
I already
smashed this over. This is one. This was on the Jimmy's
lock of the week.
Lock it. It's in there. 3.5. Are you kidding me?
I had my lock of the week already. I'm probably gonna change it.
Cedric Tillman 3.5. You're smashing that over.
Oh,
I know the Chargers' pass defense is good.
It's not that good.
You have 21 targets over the past 2 games.
You know,
you're
not gonna lie.
Smashed.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm low key sick of talking about how good this Chargers defense is. Look at who they played, dude. The first 4 weeks, it was Steelers without Russ. It was the Raiders with, I believe, Aiden O'Connell. And even if it was Gardner Minshew, still the freaking Raiders.
I think it was the Minshew too.
Panthers.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree.
Like, you're not playing good teams. It's like they're just padding their defensive stats.
Sure.
So when I see this type of
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm smashing Tillman. 3.5. If I'm Cedric Tillman and I'm sitting on my couch and I don't know if
and you can still get Cleveland plus 102 money line. What is going on?
I'm telling you, Cedric Tillman 3.5 is like I said. I'm Cedric Tillman, and I know I'm not supposed to gamble. I'm not supposed to have DraftKings on my phone or anything, but I log into my DraftKings and I'm like, hey, what's my line catches? I see 3.5, and that would piss me off.
That would piss me
3.5. That just seems way too low. Way too low. They also have Elijah Moore at 3.5, which I think is a little low too. He had 12 targets last week.
Seems like free money.
I think both of those I think they both could easily hit that over. I would probably take Tillman over Moore. Tillman more than Moore. I like Tillman
more than
at a higher value than Moore.
Much more.
And then the other one I had for this game, I mean, outside of those two, I mean, they have Ladd at 4.5. He's hit that 2 straight. He seems to have a real connection with Herbert. Their past couple games. I like that over. Chargers or the Browns' pass defense has been a little suspect. So I like Ladd over 4.5 too. But like I said, out of this game, Tillman 3.5. That's the one I'm smashing. All right, KJ, what up, guys? Do you think Trevion Williams could be a good play at flex, especially since he is a better pass protector than Chase Brown and decent runner? So yeah, it seems like Zach Moss is out. It sounds like because I didn't think we'd be getting at the Trevion Williams question this week. How do you think Trevion Williams could be a good play at flex?
He's going to be just a wild card, man.
I mean, I feel there should be better options. There should be better options than Trevion Williams.
Look at someone like, if you are able to acquire, like, depending on how deep your league is, if you could pick up like a Justice Hill even.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably go Justice Hill over him. I mean, it would depend on who else you may be considering for the flex. I don't know how long, when you hopped in, but Jack and I say, Bengals are probably going to be up in this game, probably lean more towards a run-centric game. So even if he is a better pass protector, I don't know how much he'll see the field.
I probably wouldn't confidently start him.
Yeah, I mean, I would look elsewhere if you could. I mean, that'd be my best. Do I think he can, 4, 5 points, 6 points? Yeah, sure. But I would lean elsewhere. I would lean elsewhere. Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we had Rasta. It worked. It did. I don't know if you had those up when we first came in, but I couldn't find them. But man, they look good, man. Whoever made these,
they look awesome.
I like these.
Very cool. Very sharp.
All right, ready for the next game? We have Saints and Panthers, and let me tell you, when I had a hard time finding some bets here, All right, let's see. I have McMillan, Javonte Williams, Zach Moss, who's out, and Deontay Johnson's flex options. Can pick up Justin as a waivers. Yeah, I mean, I'm probably going any of those guys over Williams. I mean, McMillan for sure. with Godwin and Mike Evans still out. They're playing the Chiefs. They're going to have to throw the ball. So out of the bunch, McMillan's probably my favorite. Javonte Williams. A lot of people keep saying he might lose that starting job. That backup running back, I can't remember. Oh, Jaleel McLaughlin. He's been looking more efficient. So a lot of people are saying he might lose that starting job. He's obviously still going to get work, but the matchup's kind of tough. Zach Moss out. Deontay Johnson. It depends on how it's an intriguing game.
He's fun.
So we're going off a little tangent. What do you think they're going for? Do you think Deontay Johnson gets from fantasy perspective? In one of my leagues, we had a little conversation. Does it hurt his value going to Baltimore? Does it help it? Does it kind of stay steady? What do you think?
I think it probably stays. If it doesn't stay the same, it gets better. You go to an offense. We're on the Panthers. You have a quarterback that can barely get the ball. When he does, you're really the only option.
He was a top 10 guy with Andy Dalton, though. But they're not playing Andy Dalton.
And Andy Dalton got in a car accident, which is unfortunate. But now you go to an offense where, yes, there's more options. Could it be something like the Packers offense where now you're sharing the ball with a lot of people? Yes. But I think it's one of those things where you might see less consistency, but more opportunity for a home run play.
That's exactly my opinion. I think better offense, less opportunities, but the opportunities you get are going to be better.
And who knows? Maybe he could turn into a favorite for Lamar.
Sure.
You get a Zay who is starts stretching the field, or a Rashad rather stretching the field. And Deontay is just that number 2. He keeps going down to. It's just going to depend on what Lamar likes.
Yeah. I can confidently say if you're like a Rashad Bateman owner in fantasy, unless it's a big league, but if you're like 10, 12-man league, you could probably drop him at this point.
We'll see what happens this week.
You look at it now.
See what happens this week first, probably. But
Zay is probably still your number 1. You still have Mark Andrews.
And Mark is coming up.
Now you have Deontay Johnson. So Bateman's your 4th or 5th option in the pass game. But we're not even considering Justice Hill. So, Bateman's not going to see a lot of work going forward. So, I had Bateman in a couple of leagues, but he's, probably going to send him back. And sorry, Rashad, but that's just fantasy.
Shout out Rashad.
But yeah, like I said, I think he'll have better opportunities, but less. So, kind of it levels out, we'll say. I don't think he'll get involved. He'll maybe get 5 to 8 total touches and pass on, but I don't think they'll be. Yeah, that's kind of what we were touching on. I don't think they really use him much. So like I said, all those guys that you said before, I will start over Tregon Williams.
And Justin, we have some breaking news right now.
Flex DJ over Hill.
Okay. There's some breaking news right now, Cody.
We got
Jordan Love is going to start on Sunday.
All right, we'll love to see that. How did you get that? I didn't get that.
Because I have connections, Cody. I have certain connections that I can't talk about. I'm friends with Jordan Love, and he texted me. He's a fan of the show. He said, "Look, Cody, no, I'm going to start." I said, "Okay."
All right, damn, dude. I don't even know how that. Yeah, whatever. All right, we got a little tangent there. But next thing we have Saints Panthers. The 2 I took out of this. Alvin Kamara over 30.5 receiving yards, 5 out of 8 all year hitting that, and Carr's playing, and with Carr, he's 4 out of 5 hitting that number against the Panthers defense, which
we picked Carolina in our picks of the week.
It's
just going to be Saints.
So that's one.
Regardless of what we want or what we think, it's going to be Saints.
We'll put the Jimmy alert. We'll have to make a little thing for that, but that might be on a Jimmy alert there. Jimmy watch, we'll say.
Jimmy watch. Okay.
The other one I pulled out of this, I know you love your boy Chuba Hubbard, but I'm taking him under his 85.5 rushing and receiving yards. He's missed it 2 straight. His numbers when Bryce Young's in.
85
early in the year to now.
85.
He's not as good when Young's behind center. So I think that line's just a little high because of the success he had with Dalton. So I'm going to take,
85 is
I'm going to take the inflated number and I'll take that under. And then we're going to move on to before we move on to anything.
Run it.
All right, so next one we have Jags at your Eagles. I mean, do you want to start off on this one? I feel like I'm hogging here. I feel like I'm starting here.
No, you're good, brother. I didn't look at too many lines in this one, but I could start spitballing some outlooks I have for the game. Obviously, it's the Doug Peterson Bowl. You know, come
Which
back.
you guys watch the show, and I'll say it here now. Doug Peterson, whether it's before the end of this year or this offseason, Doug Peterson, I don't think he's going to be coaching the Jaguars next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good for our boy Dougie P. But he comes back into Philly. Right now, Saquon Barkley's rushing yards over under. Can you guess what it is right now?
It's like 70.
Oh, it's higher than that.
80.
86.5, which is a lot.
Yeah, but I mean, I saw something that Eagles might lean to more run-heavy offense, which I know you've been saying since like week 2.
Yeah,
that they should have been doing that.
I definitely think that this is going to be a run. You're going to see a lot of rushing this game. Do I think it's 86.5? Like, would I put 25 bones on that? Probably not. Out of Saquon entirely. You know, you look at guys. They like to. You know, Saquon's definitely the number one guy. They give 80% of the reps to Saquon, but every now and then, you know, you see Kenneth Gainwell go in there, get a couple yards. They don't have any of his lines up yet. It'll be interesting to see what those lines are. If we can get something like Kenneth Gainwell over 15 rushing yards, let's claim that.
Sure. Yeah, 80, 87. Would you say 87? 86?
86.5. Yeah,
87. Yeah, I mean, you see a line like that. It's hard to bet on a line like that.
Yeah.
Because the odds of going over are much less likely than going under most weeks.
But you can get alternate.
I mean, Saquon's a guy that any week could fucking
an alternate. You know, I love something like, you know, how much you're gonna bet and get back, but like even just something slightly under, like if you can get 70, 10 bones, 54. It's like they think it's going to be a crazy rushing game.
Sure.
I do think it is too. I just wouldn't feel super confident betting this game, other than, you know, maybe you parlay Eagles money line with something. I think Eagles money line is pretty good. -7.5.
Oh yeah,
interesting.
I mean, I take it. Jags very beat up.
I think maybe at -6.5. I'd take.
I mean, I like the 7.5.
So is that point though?
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
So is that point?
But, I mean, I could see him winning by double digits. I mean,
definitely, yeah. At home, I'm excited for the game as an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I mean, for the reason we just talked on, very, you know, run-centric game plan they might have. That's why one I'm taking here. I mean, I don't know if I'm putting this on the Jimmy watch, but AJ Brown 5.5. They have him at. Believe it or not, he's only hit over 5.5 once all year.
I don't like 5.5.
I know he's missed a couple games, but out of I think 4 games he's played, he's only hit it once. So he's 1 for 4. So I don't like that line. I'll take that under. Vice versa, a line I do like. They have Devontae Smith at 4.5, which he's hit 4 out of 6 times.
5 catches. I don't hate it.
Which, if I were to
kind of a close bet.
Yeah, it's very close. I'd probably shade both of them. I don't know if I don't know if I really necessarily pick any of them when my money's on the line. Those are the 2 I picked out. And another one, and I go, this is kind of cheating, but they have Trevor Lawrence at 12.5 rushing yards. I know he's only hit it twice all year, but, you know, without 2 of his top weapons, so you think, you know, the Packers should probably get there. You might have to scramble a time or 2. And
one of my favorite things,
scramble, you know,
one of my favorite things to bet is quarterback rushing yards, because especially if it's a quarterback that doesn't usually rush and they have the line at like 4.5 rushing yards, like, dude, come on. I know that stacks. If you get sacked, that counts against you, obviously. You know, you lose yards, but come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Trevor Lawrence 12.5. That's not a bad bet either.
You know, you got to think, you know, missing a couple weapons, pass rush might get there.
Yeah,
might have to scramble a time or 2.
Penn State,
yeah.
Let's go, Penn State. Come on,
all right. Full PPR, Love or Cousins. Fergier McBride, Domstrick, Millen, Love or Cousins.
Who's Fergie?
Jake Ferguson.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming that's what he means. That's what I'm taking.
I haven't heard Fergie before.
Love or Cousins.
Fergie is the funniest nickname for me.
Love
I don't know why.
Is playing. We just got the breaking news. Jordan texted Jack over there. Love or Cousins?
I like Cousins, dude. I don't know why I'm leaning Cousins.
I mean, I don't.
Jordan Love's been throwing those interceptions.
My best advice for that question is definitely tune in tomorrow morning when Mike does the fantasy advice. But if I had to give you my best, I mean, these guys, if I were to do rankings, I know Mike does his rankings every week. If I were to do my rankings, I mean, these guys are probably real close to each other.
Yeah. I mean, Love has a higher upside of also like a rushing.
Love has a higher upside, yeah.
But
Kirk might have the better floor, though.
Kirk has a very high floor. Wasn't he just NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember.
I mean,
I don't know. Like, see, because
I like Kirk.
But I mean, that Green Bay Detroit game, it's in Lambeau. Detroit doesn't necessarily play the best outdoors, something to keep in mind.
They play the Cowboys. They're going to be passing the ball a little bit.
I mean, Cowboys' defense has been suspect.
I think it's going to be a clean game for Kirk. I think you're going to see at least a solid 27 points out of Kirk. Can you promise that you're going to get the same thing out of Jordan?
I mean, outside of the games he's been getting injured, I think his low is like 18.
Which, again, they're close together, but they're definitely close. It's not like you're, comparing.
Realistically, I mean,
it's not black and white, but I lean.
My gut wants to say Love, but my head wants to say Kirk.
Kirko. Papa Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm kind of headed. All right, Fergie, McBride. I'm going McBride. McBride's been smashing, the past couple of weeks. Seems to be Kyler's favorite target.
Yeah, I like McBride. Although Marvin Harris cleaned up a little bit.
It's a little tough, but I mean, he's going to see 7, 8, 9, 10 targets easily. So I'll take McBride over Fergie. Dallas McMillan. That's another one, man. That's tough. Dobbs is heating up a little bit. He's been playing very well the past couple of weeks. McMillan, you probably think.
Give me the Dukes here, dude.
Yeah, I'd probably go Dobbs too. Only because Kate Allen seems like to be the guy Baker's going to in that offense.
And I think Mike Evans come back this week too. Maybe.
He's still out. I think Evans is going to miss another week.
Okay.
Fact check me.
I'm going to check it right now.
So, all right. So, again, first one, coin flip for me. Gut says Love. Head says Cousins.
Ooh, yeah.
Second one, I'm going to take McBride.
Mike's not coming.
I didn't think so.
Just for the record. So, maybe
McMillan's got a tough matchup.
McMillan has a higher upside for sure, but.
I think Dobbs does.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Chiefs lost Watson. This hurts. But I mean, give me Dobbs. Like if
I still like Dobbs, I think, but you could go
in those two. I mean, I'm probably looking who has the better chance of scoring, and I think Dobbs has the better chance of scoring. So I'll go Dobbs over McMillan, McBride over Fergie, coin flip Love Cousins. All right. So we got rather have Henry or Kyron rest of season.
Henry
yeah,
could win MVP.
Yeah.
Could literally win MVP.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, I don't know if they're ranking right now in fantasy overall is, but I mean, you can't go wrong either way. Henry or Kyron. I mean, they're workhorses. Best odds to score a touchdown every week. I have Lamar and Henry now. I mean, for that, the thing I'd probably go Henry.
Yeah,
only because
Henry's like the number one running back right now.
Kyron's been getting a lot of work, but we got to think Cup back, Nakua back another week healthy. Does the touchdown stage for Kyron? Sure, but the work, you might see some work, cut into his work. So I'll probably go Henry the rest of the season. Especially now they got Deontay Johnson, another guy in that offense you got to worry about. Probably opens up a couple more lanes for Henry. I'll go Henry. Dude's playing out of his mind right now. I mean, so is Kyron. I mean, you're in a good position.
Yeah.
Whether you have it doesn't. But I mean, to have Lamar and Henry, you're sitting pretty good.
Yeah.
They might hit the run button during the Atlanta-Dallas game because Dallas sucks at them. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's like I said, if you're looking for higher ceiling, Love or Kirk, you got to look Love. This is a game I can see Love throwing for 4 touchdowns. Willie, am I jinxing myself? Did I just curse them and they're going to lose? Who knows?
They throw 4 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, though.
It's everything. Yeah. It definitely comes down to like scoring too. Is it a 4-point passing touchdown league or a 6-point?
Whereas Kirko, they're going to hit the run button. They're definitely going to hit the run button, but Play action, baby.
Yeah. Like I said before, we were talking about the bets.
Checkdowns, that's the thing about quarterbacks like Kirko, and he did it last year before his injury last year. He was the number one quarterback.
Yeah.
Because all he has to do, 3-yard check down to his running back or whoever on a screen or anything, it turns into 30-yard touchdown. That's just free money for a quarterback. And I don't know why, if it's just my past experience with Kirko that I lean towards him, but
I get
Kirko,
I don't know. See,
even when
we're doing bets, though, I mean, I'm kind of going against myself picking Kirk over Love, though. So now I'm going back to it because I'm shading Kirk going under 250 yards. So I mean, I got to double down. I can't go against myself. So I mean, I'm probably going Love only because I think the ceiling's there.
Yeah,
I don't think the floor is that far off.
I just scare. No, the floor's not that far off, but it depends on what your league is. If your league punishes you for INTs, like the way that most leagues do, then something just weirds me on a little bit about Jordan Love for whatever reason. Plus, and I'm not speaking anything into existence, but there is a higher risk of injury with Love.
Yeah.
So who's to say that he doesn't go in and gets re-aggravated in the second quarter and he gets out? Now you have a quarterback in your lineup who is 5 points.
Yeah, so there we go. So we had Anthony to Get Right Fantasy linking us through mine. Yeah, go check out Get Right Fantasy or GetRightFFL.com. Love over Cousins, which I agree with McBride over Fergie. Static Love Dobbs.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I mean that Detroit, I think the over-under, what do they have? Definitely 49.5
for the
Green Bay Lion game. So I'm pretty sure they have it at 49.5 as an over-under. So I mean they're predicting
48.5 on FanDuel,
so they're predicting a high-scoring game.
Yeah,
like I said,
although games this season have been slamming the under. Teams have been scoring less points historically.
Yeah.
So
right.
Who knows?
Bucks really couldn't do anything except get it out and run it. Yeah, I mean that's why I'm going Dobbs over McMillan. Could McMillan have a better game this week? Sure. I mean they're going against the Chiefs, who, we normally say you gotta pass and keep up with, but I mean this year they're scoring 25 and their defense is, holding teams, and they're not really lighting up the scoreboard. So, we'll see what happens there. I mean, I picked them. I mean, if anyone watched our show, I picked them over the Chiefs this week. I mean, if anything, a guy like, and we'll get to, but I like, Bucky Irving's a guy I like this week.
Bucky.
I know the Chiefs are good fantasy-wise against the run. However, pass-catching backs like Bucky, who's,
I never
one of the better in the league.
I didn't even really think about it. His name is literally Bucky Irving, and he's on the box.
Well, I think his real name is Bruce or something, isn't it?
Yeah. It's but it's Bucky.
Bucky.
And he goes to the box.
Bucky the Buck.
He goes to the box. That's just a recipe for a great time.
Oh, exactly. It's almost like the NFL script. Mr. Bags, what up, man? Thanks for being here. Rasta, what up, Bags? Yeah, Kyle and Tom, man. Like I said, this is, I'm sure you've tuned in to Get Right. Our channel is the Sweet Life football channel. We normally will do like a pre-recorded show. Usually comes out Wednesdays, Thursdays. But we're going to start up some Sweet Life Saturdays. We're going to come on, talk bets, talk like that.
Family friendly.
Yeah, Ross says king me over Kyron. I agree. All right, good afternoon. We have worried about Mike Evans' injury even when he comes back. With that being said, would you trade Mike Evans for DJ Moore?
Is it I'm saying in a redraft league?
I'm assuming in redraft. Absolutely. Would you trade Evans for DJ Moore? Absolutely not. I don't think so. I'm not worried about him when he comes back. And you got to think, Godwin's out, so all those targets are going to be available. DJ Moore, is he very easily a guy who can score 25 fantasy points a week? Sure. This year, he's also a guy who can score.
He's allegedly not supposed to come back until week 12.
All right. Well, so if you need a guy to get you points before week 12,
how desperate you are, then try and see if you can't make something sound sexy with a Mike Evans on IR thrown in there. If you could get your hands on a legitimate starting reliable option at wide receiver, make it. If you have a good solid depth at your on your team, and you have Mike Evans just sitting in your IR spot cooking down there,
Yeah, I mean, if you're desperate for a move, go ahead and do it. But if you're okay with Mike Evans being on your eye, say you got another couple of receivers that can get you through the next couple of weeks, hang on to him because Mike Evans could win you that league.
I also like DJ Moore. I like DJ Moore a lot.
Baker loves Mike Evans.
I like DJ Moore a lot. I don't love DJ Moore.
I like him, but I don't love him. Like
he's
I said, he's a guy.
But again, he's like we talked about earlier. He's on one of those teams where he's sharing some targets with Keenan Allen and
Yeah. Like I said, this year at least he's the guy. He'll get you 20 points, but next week he can get you.
He's also unfortunately kind of injury prone, DJ.
He's been okay this year. We can't really say injury prone. We're comparing to Mike Evans, who's out for the next.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down to desperation. Like I said, if you're okay hanging on, I would prefer Evans over Moore. But if you're 4-4, 5-3, and really vying for a playoff spot,
I'd probably hold on to him.
Go do it. But if you're okay hanging on, I'd hang on. Penn State is a pick 6 on first defensive.
Woo, Sean! Let's go. Yeah, I saw the score. The score is now 10-3. I saw they had a touchdown. I wasn't sure how they scored, and it was very fast. So I do have the scores here.
Okay, redraft. Okay.
Yeah, redraft. Okay.
All right. Stay away from Chiefs defense. They did not allow fantasy points. They're basically leading in every category in fantasy. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't like the matchup for McMillan. Like I said, even Bucky Irving, who I kind of like because I think he'll catch a couple passes.
For a second, I thought Anthony meant stay away from starting the Chiefs defense. I'm like,
no. I like guys playing the Chiefs defense.
I get it. They're not like I like it. Yeah,
they let up almost 0 points fantasy wise.
They're super sneaky. People don't think about the Chiefs for their defense, but I feel
that's why they're winning this year.
Yeah,
I've said it week after week. I mean, if you guys watch our show, I mean, I say it week after week. I mean, that offense is bottom 10 in the league, but that defense is what's has them at 8-0 right now.
They're not going to lose a game. It pains me to say. I know.
We'll see Monday night, brother. We'll see
Monday night.
And we got Rasta again. I'm taking my chances sticking with Evans. And oh God, when it comes back, they have the best schedule for ours. Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. If you're desperate, you need a guy now, make the trade. But if you can hang on, just hang on.
Yeah.
All right, we got a little. I like the questions though. Keep those up.
The questions are dope.
We're here for, but we did Jags Eagles, so we'll move on. We only got a couple more here to get to. Okay, 5 more games to get through. All right, we have Bears cards, which you kind of touched on with more and everything. 2 I like here. Swift, they have my 88.5. That's rushing and receiving, which I think is very
88.5?
Rushing and receiving, which he has hit, not just hit, smashed in 4 straight. I'm taking that. I mean, if you were bold enough to hold on to Swift after the first 2 or 3 weeks of the fantasy year, not drop him or trade him. I mean, he's really gifted you now for being patient with him. But I mean, he smashed that in 4 straight. Has a decent matchup. Another one I like here, McBride 5.5. I know some has 4. Him or Fergie, but I'm taking McBride. They have him at 5.5. He's hit 4 out of 7. He's Murray's favorite target easily. Matchup's a little tough, but I think
I like the Cards to win this game though.
Who do we pick? I think we picked the Cardinals, right? Oh yeah,
picked against the Bears.
I mean, that's fine. I'm fine with the Cards winning too, but like 80.5 for a guy who's absolutely blown that number out of the water for 4 straight weeks just seems a little low. Hey, it's Vegas. That's why Vegas.
I might like James Conner.
$1 billion a year for a year, putting $5 bets in each week.
Yeah,
so maybe they just we don't know.
I might like James Conner's.
What's it? 60. I think they had him like 67 or something. Well, DraftKings had him like 60 something.
Right. This is FanDuel.
I think Bears have a good defense. That's another team where you were talking before. They have a sneaky good defense.
FanDuel's got them sitting at 68.5.
Yeah,
rushing. That's just rushing.
I don't know.
Rushing and receiving though.
That one.
Rushing and receiving though. Let me see here. Yeah, the way they hide these things sometimes. Yeah, like scroll forever. You know what I mean? I don't even know if I can get rushing and receiving for Jacobs right now. Or not Jacobs.
They might not have one out.
Conner.
Yeah, those are 2 I like out of that game.
68. Don't hate that. The Bears defense is really
good. Hate it. I mean, they he's good for 16, 20 carries.
I
we could easily get.
In terms of both those lines, though, I like Swift better.
Yeah, I mean, 88.5 just seems incredibly low. We got here. We got Kincaid, Tyler Lockett, Chestnut, or Elijah Moore flex, 0.5 PPR. I'm gonna go no DK Metcalf, so something to keep in mind. Lockett, but even without Metcalf last week, I think Lockett only had 4 catches.
Who's Chestnut?
Julius Chestnut. He'll be Titans running back. Yeah, exactly. So Chestnut's definitely.
Who is that?
I'm gonna wait him out.
Chestnut. Get Chestnut out of here.
Yeah, I'm
watch now. He's gonna go for 30 points.
Touchdowns from me. Yeah.
So, I mean,
keep in mind. I mean,
guys like that, keep them on your bench and see what happens before.
Yeah.
You know, same thing with what we talked about. What was the player earlier that we talked about? It was a wild card running back starting.
Today?
Yeah, it was a question earlier. Or even when the Chiefs did it with the Crocodile Hunter.
Oh, a question way before?
And they started.
Let me see.
I wouldn't just go all in on.
I mean, I know we had the Henry and
on a wild
Williams.
Something like that. See what he does before you start him, like a Chestnut. I would probably lean to go Kincaid, Lockett, or Elijah Moore.
I'm probably, as weird as it sounds, I'm probably going Elijah Moore.
Okay, so I'd probably lean. Seahawks play this week.
Elijah Moore, 12 targets last week, which you like to see in 0.5 PPRs. So
the Seahawks matchup.
They play I know this. Hold on. We just talked about it. Or is it on the next page? Hold on. Rams. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, why not Lockett?
See, I'm Elijah Moore. Because like I said, with DK out last week, Lockett still only had 4 catches.
Lockett's no.
And but I mean, Rams defense better, you think better matchup, might have to throw a little more. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to go Elijah Moore 1A, Lockett 1B, Kincaid B, Chestnut C.
Because we were just talking about Tillman earlier, too. Like, Tillman's going to be the guy.
But I mean, I'm not – Elijah Moore's still on his own at 12 targets last week. So he's there. I mean, I wouldn't count on Elijah Moore for a touchdown.
Yeah,
whoever PPR. I mean,
whoever you like more there, Lockett or Moore. Whoever you see has got more opportunity. Either one of those guys, they're kind of in the same ballpark. So it's not like you.
I mean, I like Moore a little more than Lockett. So like I said, I go Moore.
I go
Moore
Lockett.
Just above Lockett, then Lockett, Kincaid, Chestnut. Now no Amari Cooper for Kincaid, but I mean Kincaid played without Amari Cooper for 6-7 games. Yeah. So if he was going to produce without Amari Cooper, he would have done it already. And Cam Coleman's, he seems to be coming along past games. I mean,
Amari Cooper's been opening up some holes for Keon there, which is going to be fun to see as a Keon Coleman owner.
Absolutely.
All right.
Next one, need one. Bigsby, Dowdle, Tracy, White. I'm going Tracy. He is playing. I know that he was questionable, but they did say he was playing. So I'm going to go Tyrone Tracy just because I like the matchup the most.
Bigsby's been good, though, man.
Bigsby's been good, but I don't like the matchup as much.
To start this week.
If I'm going one, I'm going Tyrone Tracy. I think he's taken a grasp on that backfield. Like I said, put up 150 against a really good Steeler defense last week.
I do Tyrone as well.
Like we said before, Rashad White, I'm avoiding him. Chiefs just play way too good a defense. Dowdle, we said before, we're shading Dowdle this week too. I mean, you could coin flip Bigsby and Tracy, but I think I'm going to go Tracy.
For this week, I like Tracy more. I don't think that Bigsby's going to have as explosive of a game against the Eagles as he's been having. Not explosive, but he's been getting a lot of points. You could get a lot of points in fantasy and not be a good player. So
yeah,
who knows?
And Tracy could catch a pass or two. Bigsby could too.
I like Tracy.
I like Tracy
catching some balls and against the Commander sequence, not too good.
Very love the notepad. Of course, look at this. It's my girlfriend's little show notes, and if I don't write a couple things down here, then I'm gonna forget. So
I'm pretty flowers
on there, prepared, man.
Yeah, right, the Sweet Life
watching it on the Right Fantasy channel. definitely make sure we. Oh, I thought you were gonna say subscribe to your channel, Rasta. You're the man. But yeah, definitely please subscribe to us.
Sweet.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to not the Sweet Life channel, the Get Right Fancy channel, and all the other affiliates that you will see down
subscribe
in the
to all the
description.
channels. All the channels that we're talking about here.
I mean, you're already here. You're already on YouTube. You don't even have to open an app or anything.
It's free.
Here. Click the link.
It's free to click the link and subscribe. If you hate the show, get on subscribe.
Yeah. I mean, no harm, no foul.
No harm, no damn foul, dude.
All right, Mr. Big Slow, we got running back for Tennessee. Yeah, should be the back of a case. Pollard's beer sits.
Well, he's a vet.
Yeah, he's a vet. He's been in the league a couple years. I mean,
who knows?
I don't know. I just haven't seen enough out of him.
You're on the 10.
I'd go with Lock with DK being out. Yeah, Lock being out. I don't know. I mean, Elijah Moore, 12 targets last year.
Yeah, and I saw that DK was questionable too, but I know he was out.
I think they ruled him out.
Definitely helps Lockett's case there, and someone like a JSN. JSN's going to step up. Too, which is cool.
Like I said, I just know DK was out last week, and Lockett still only had 4 catches, which Seattle Rams should be shootout. Yeah, you would think so. Ross is going Tracy as well, so we where I think we're a clean slate.
We're all in agreement here.
Yeah,
3-headed monster for Tyron Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy. I mean, I like Tracy. I mean, like I said, he's got he definitely beat out Singletary. He's the RB1 there now. Moving on to Packers Lions here. They don't have any Green Bay Lions out right now. They probably do now, because when I was looking at the lines, Love was still questionable, but Love will be active. So
I have lines on
Lions could be.
What do you want? What do you want? Passing yards? What do you want?
What's his passing yards?
Let me click here. I just saw alternates here. Passing yards, you can get Jordan Love at 232.5. Seems like a lot.
Not really. I mean,
Jared Goff 217 though. I like that.
See that? I don't.
Oh, okay.
You only had 80 yards. They're not throwing the ball that much.
Should we just fight about it? Should we just fight?
Because get the Buddy Clark coin out. But they're not throwing the ball that much, which is a crazy stat. You see a stat where they have less, or what is it? They have more touchdowns than incompletions, or what is it? Yeah, they have more touchdowns than incompletions. Like, that's crazy. They're just not throwing the ball that much, but it's working. Which is a great segment to my first one I like a lot in this game. They have Gibbs at 66.5 rushing yards. I'm smashing. Put that on the Jimmy watch. It's a great matchup. Green Bay run defense, not good.
He's at 63.5 on FanDuel.
Well, there you go. Go on FanDuel. Get it for even. But, I mean, he's hit that 5 out of 7.
You know what I like even more than
matchup.
Nah, maybe I don't. Maybe I'm lying. Let me say David Montgomery, 55.5.
I don't like that as much.
Jameer is looking like the guy now.
Jameer is definitely the guy. That's why 66.5. Great matchup. 5 out of 7. I mean,
maybe Jameer. The most lines thing ever, though. The most lines bet ever is to take Jameer over 63.5 rushing yards, but a David Montgomery touchdown. That's what you have to do. Is that what you wrote down? Dude,
that's literally what I have.
That's
all run yards and a Monty touchdown.
That's the Lions way.
I'm not even kidding.
Have one guy,
I don't know if that's visible, but that's literally what I have.
Have one guy march it down the field, and then he doesn't deserve the touchdown though. Give it to the big, bulking running back.
Except the 1 week, I forget who were they playing. Detroit was playing. I feel like they were playing, but I had Monty on a touchdown parlay, and of course they're at the 5-yard line. Of course, that's the game they give the Gibbs down there. I was like,
they just flip. I think they flip a coin when they get to the 1.
They got it, dude. Like,
they say, do we give it to Gibbs? Do we give it to Montgomery?
It's
whatever they want to do. Do they throw it to Jared Goff? It's just Dan Campbell is just a wild man.
Yeah,
and I love him.
Montgomery throw to Laporta.
Oh, did you see Jahmyr Gibbs?
We have another question. Quick with Dalvin Cook or Connie Vidal in the flex. The Chargers running back. They pull a late round rookie this year.
Let me get the upside of a commodity because Dalvin Cook,
Yeah, I mean, Dalvin Cook had 1 touch last week.
Although
Vidal might get you a couple catches, which if you're playing PPR.
J.K. Dobbins is out?
No, Dobbins isn't. Gus Edwards is still in IR. So that's who Vidal's kind of been filling in for.
And yeah, I mean, I like the upside of it all, but I would try and look at those waivers.
Yeah, I mean that's another one like we had before. The question with like Travion Williams, like if there's better options, go better options. But if you're between those two guys, I mean, I'll go Vidal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Cook had one carry last week. Could he have one this week? Sure. But, Dowdle's still the guy there. Zeke's still going to get his touches.
Yeah.
He's third on the pecking order. And,
Vidal or scan those waivers, I'd say.
Yeah. I agree. All right, last one. Or no, 3 more games. All right, we got Rams, Seahawks. Touched a little on it before. First one I'm taking here. Kenneth Walker, I'm taking his under on 97.5 total yards, which might surprise everyone, but he hasn't hit that since week 4.
Over under on FanDuel is 47.5 too. Seems high, but I feel like this is going to be one where the Seahawks play up to their opponent like they have shown to be able to do at times.
Yeah. No,
they didn't do that against the Bills. Shout out to the Bills for actually doing what they're supposed to do and dog walking a team or two. But Seahawks, they got to start stringing together some wins here, and I think they're going to.
I mean, I like a Kenneth Walker touchdown. I'll take a Kenneth Walker touchdown, but 97.5 total yards, I'm going to go under on.
97?
97.5 rushing and receiving yards.
Oh, rushing and receiving.
I mean, it hasn't hit since week 4.
Still seems like a lot, yeah.
Seems like a lot, so I'm shading. But one I'm taking, they have Cooper Kupp 5.5. I'm taking the over. I mean,
5.5? 6 catches?
Yeah, that's easy. Especially like Ross said, which I agree. I'll pull it back up, but Seattle, LA, going to be a shootout. More than likely, I'm thinking so too. 6 catches for Cobb. If it is a shootout, I mean, that's cake.
Yeah.
All right, we got MP2. I got a lot of injuries. I got to decide between Will Levis and Bryce Young as second quarterback. That's tough too. I mean, Will Levis.
Got to be Will Levis there.
I don't even know if he's bad. He might still be out another week.
Oh yeah, Mason Rudolph.
Too. Boy, that's tough too.
Check those waivers, brother. I mean, I don't know who you got on waivers right now.
Levis and Young. I mean, who knows? They might pull the carpet out of Young again if he plays bad. So I mean,
you got to decide between 2 quarterbacks.
I mean, you probably go Will Levis because it really is Will Levis's team the rest of the year. Once he's back, I don't see Tennessee benching him. Whereas Bryce Young, that threat of being benched again is always there.
Yeah.
Traded Tyreek Hill for 2 first-round picks in Dynasty FFL Superflex, so that's fine. I'm fine with that, especially if you're rebuilding. I mean, I know one of my really big rebuild teams, I traded McCaffrey at the beginning of the year, which is kind of looking good now. He's played a game, but I traded McCaffrey, I think, for like 2 first, third or something, which I'm not rebuilding. McCaffrey, like, if you looked at my team, do you ever see that meme where it's like the 4, like, lot or dragon looking people and like 3 of them look stupid and they look like that. Like that was McCaffrey in my team. My second best player was like, I don't even know. Well, it's Jordan Addison now because I made a couple of trades. I got Keenan Coleman, but I mean at that time I think my second best player was like Jerry Jeudy. I mean it was bad.
It's not good.
Buddy's laughing at QB situation.
Yeah, I mean, sorry.
I don't mean to laugh.
It's hard. It's hard because again, you want to choose between 2 quarterbacks who neither one of them might have. So, I mean, Bryson is going to start.
He did say second quarterback though. It is his second quarterback. I believe that's what I said, right? Yeah, it's his second quarterback, so he has a starter.
Oh, okay.
So it's probably Will Levis.
As long as he starts this week, Will Levis.
Yeah, and depending on look at bye weeks. Make sure the bye weeks don't match up. But just on face value, it's Will Levis. We're talking about Rams, Hawks. Sorry, we got 2 more games to touch on here. We got Colts, Vikings. I know you said you want to talk about Flacco before, so Jocko.
We have our
talk about Flacco.
Oh God, I've been waiting.
Oh, it's 2 QB league. Oh, okay, that changes a lot. Well, in that case, like I said, if Levis plays this week, grab him, but he might not, so you might have to, out of desperation, go Bryce Young.
Or trade for Flacco. I've been waiting to talk about Flacco since For about an hour and 50 minutes and 3 seconds, 4 seconds.
Oh, also another thing
seconds,
too. I just used to like this comment too. He traded Tyreek Hill for 2 first-round picks in Dynasty. I mean, depending on what the rest of his team looks like. I mean, Tyreek Hill didn't really produce for this full first half of the year. So that first-round pick,
he's missing his quarterback.
Yeah, that first-round pick. I mean, depending on what happens the rest of the year, that could be like a nice,
looks good
mid-first round. Which, yeah, I mean, that's solid.
Okay, it is Flacco time now.
Hey, the floor is yours, Jack.
It is now officially Joe Flacco time, and you mentioned a buddy of yours wanted us to talk a little bit more about betting and locks and stuff, and most of the show we're talking about lines and everything, which is fun. It's cool. On our Instagram, follow the Sweet Life Instagram if you haven't. Sweet Life
description
it's a Sweet Life show.
I didn't put the description in the. I can put it in the. I'll put it in the comments here.
You could probably link it down there. It's a Sweet Life show Instagram where we
put
up football news and betting lines and everything. But a segment we've started doing the past 2 months or so is Jacko's locks and Cody's Jimmy blocks. And right now I am 4 for 4, like a Wendy's deal. 4 for 4, 100% on locks of the week. And the lock of the week this week is going to come from the Indianapolis Colts and Mr. Money, Joe Flacco.
And Flacco?
I love taking Flacco this week. Let me just pull up here. They are playing Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota! They're playing Minnesota at Minnesota. So Colts are on the road, but veteran Flacco's been on the road before. He's shown he can perform on the road. He's not scared, He's a strong, spry boy. And some of the lines are pretty interesting. And typically for my lock of the week, you'll rarely see where I'll go 3 legs, 4 legs. I don't think I've ever made a 4-leg lock of the week. This week, if you got a 3-leg, a 3-leg same game parlay on a FanDuel or DraftKings, any of those things.
Nice little bonus.
Any type of bonus profit boost. Look right now, Joe Flacco's line.
I mean, I know 2 I like out of that game, both on the Colts side. But I'll let you go first.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to pull up really quick here his lines for his passing yards. You can get Money Flacco.
I think DraftKings had him like 220.
Alternate passing touchdowns, 1+ passing touchdown for Flacco is -470. All right, obviously you're not getting anything out of that. Alternate passing yards, though.
They know Flacco's throwing that thing.
They know he's throwing that thing. Joe Flacco, 225+ yards, -154. Again, not crazy, but you're getting there. You're getting very close. And then dead every time here. And I like Jonathan Taylor to run the ball a little bit this game. They're going to obviously lean on him. Joe Flacco is
that's what I had.
Manager of the squad here. I love Joe Flacco to throw a tutty, 225+ yards, and Jonathan Taylor to get 50+.
I like Jonathan Taylor.
+120 odds for that.
I mean, I know DraftKings had him at 71.5 rushing, which I'm taking the over. He's hit it 4 out of 5 games. He's healthy. And another one I like, Josh Downs. I have him at 5.5, but he's hit that over 2 out of 3 times with Joe Flacco. So I also like that. So those are the 2.
Yeah, I like those.
Those would be my 2 out of that.
100%.
I didn't really like any of the Minnesota side. I know Colts defense is bad, but I don't know. It seems like some of the lines are still too high for me.
Yeah. I haven't looked on too.
I mean, Jefferson. I think they might have adjusted at like 5.5, which I mean, you could smash that. Actually, I want to take a look. Let me see.
But yeah, that's a little heads up on the lock of the week.
Vikings. But I'm curious if they have
Mr. Money.
Maybe I gazed over that one quick. Jefferson. Oh, see, 6.5 for Jefferson, which again, you can do. But like we said, Colts even isn't good. Are they got to pass? Could be another, run game where they'll be up, eat some clock. Another interesting one. TJ Hawkinson is making his return. They have his line at 3.5. And I don't know whether that's high or low. Like, I feel like that is like the perfect line for Hawkinson coming back.
I like Aaron Jones. I like Aaron Jones over. Maybe that's a lot. Aaron Jones over 22.5 receiving. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I mean,
I really don't hate that. 74.5 rushing yards.
Hey, you know how you said you liked,
it's funny.
Back
Aaron Jones
yards, right?
Yeah.
Flacco 1.5.
Flacco's not rushing the ball, dude. As much as I love Flacco, if he gets over it, we'll celebrate. We'll celebrate on the show. But I'm not putting a bet on that. I don't think.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god.
What's this?
Those lines aren't even. That's not even a line on FanDuel right now. Joe Flacco rushing yards. That's funny though. But yeah, that's a little heads up on the Jacko's lock of the week. That Joe Flacco 225 passing touchdown, and Jonathan Taylor get 50 plus. The over under right now on both Jonathan Taylor and Aaron Jones have the same exact rushing yards over under on FanDuel.
DraftKings has Jones 1 yard more.
They're both at 74.5 on FanDuel. So they think it's
71.5.
I think this is going to be a sneaky shootout game too.
I don't.
No,
I don't see it here.
I like it.
What's the over under? I know we haven't been talking much.
Over under 46.5 on FanDuel. I think it's going to be a good game. It's Sunday night football.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's going to be good, man. I don't know why. I'm believing in Flacco, dude. I am. I almost want to just.
It probably sits right around that over under. That's pretty good over under. I mean, I could see it being like 28-24.
Yeah.
Or like 27-20, 27-23, something like that.
Overtime?
Maybe.
Oh, man. That's great. That could be a good sneaky game of the week. Let's watch that Sunday night.
Nice Sunday night game, man. Yeah. Speaking of prime time and, Kansas City Chiefs, which we talked a little earlier, they just always seem to be on prime time. But whatever, they're the NFL darlings here.
And you think they're going to lose the Bucks for some reason?
I know. I have. So they have Bucky Irving's 51 rushing and receiving 51.5. And I know the Chiefs' defense is very good.
Anthony just told you to stay away.
Fantasy-wise, I'm staying away, but I'm going to take this over. He's hit it 7 out of 8 games. And I know the matchup's bad.
You know how I feel about the Chiefs, so I can't tell you. I can't.
I don't know. The line just seems low. And I know the matchup. It's a bad matchup. But he had that in just receiving yards alone last week.
I was just about to say, you're going to be looking at the bulk of that coming from receiving.
Yeah. I mean, he did that in receiving yards alone last week.
I don't hate it.
So you think, catch 3 passes, 20, 30 yards, run for another 20, 30. I mean.
I definitely don't hate it.
I know.
It's
just a little off me. For a guy who's hit it 7 out of 8 times this year.
Maybe he's going to hit it on a Jimmy. Maybe
Vegas and betting, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing, dude.
And another one I like too. Again, we're fantasy-wise, stay away from the Chiefs' defense, but Kate Arnold, they have it 4.5, and he's hit that both games now with Godwin out. And Evans gonna be out again. I mean, he's gonna get the targets. He's gonna lead the team in targets. 4.5, which we said probably gonna be playing from behind. You think?
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be close throughout.
Mm.
I think Bucks win it. But those are 2 ones I like.
Bucks are not going to win this one.
I'm not saying them necessarily. Those definitely aren't.
Chiefs are going undefeated.
Those definitely aren't Jimmy watch picks.
Oh yeah, I should probably put the Instagram.
But if I had to, yeah, I'll pull that up too.
That is freaking dope.
It's in the comments, but if you guys would like to follow the Instagram, there it is. That's where you'll see the actual locks. You'll see
follow the gram, man. Also, should we mention this is the last week for T-shirts.
It is last week for T-shirts.
If you want a T-shirt, go to the Instagram link in the bio. It might look like a YouTube link, but you click it, you'll see all the other links.
It's just a Google form right now.
Google form.
There's no payment up front. Just fill it out.
Because we're going to order them on Monday, so this is going to be it.
Designs there. Oh, man, I wonder.
There's some cool ones. Check it out.
Let me see. Oh, give me a second. I can pull up this. Let me see if I can get the designs pulled up. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Give me 1 second, guys. We don't need dead air.
Right now, no.
Take it away, Jack. Let me get this forms pulled
I'm pulling
up.
anyone listening while I got the Penn State game on. Penn State now is down 14-10.
Did I do it under this?
Apparently,
we got a t-shirt order
pretty well, which is kind of unfortunate. We talked about earlier. I put a little bit of action on Penn State to win today.
Can I zoom in? Oh,
but
yeah.
Here we go. Unfortunate.
All right. Here we go. Present. I'm gonna share. Here we go. Share a little tab here. How's that look on the studio here? Is my screen pulled up? No, we're just back. All right. Well, these are the designs here. Hope you guys can see them. If not, someone please let me know. Obviously, what's going on here? Sorry, we're jumping around a little bit here. Obviously, the shirt aren't there, but it's basically just gonna be that design you're seeing there, just on a shirt. Little T.O. one there, and Tony Brown. We got the OBJ. We got a little Joe Burrow action going on there. So those are the shirts we have. They are available in either black or white. Like I just fill out the form size and everything. Obviously, those that we'll have to ship to, just leave your email address. We will email you when the shirts come in, and then we'll get your address information, everything to ship them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was actually funny. I want to get your take on this really quick.
What we're gonna do? We had a promo code going up, and I guess to be fair to everyone watching now, we had a promo going up for a free shirt.
I gotta tell you a story about that, by the way.
What I'm gonna do? Do we have the EE at the end, or was it just T at the end?
TEE.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna drop a little promo code here. What you guys are gonna have to do? I'll show it on screen. You're gonna have to DM. I missed the T, but it's free REE sweet, and then I forgot the T, but there's 2 T's. I mean, even if you send that, we'll take that. If you want to send that, what's today? Saturday at 1:07. We'll give you guys until we'll do 4 p.m. tomorrow, right before the 4 p.m. slate of games tomorrow. If you want to DM us that code, we'll get a free
T-shirt.
Free T-shirt.
Gotta fill out the form too, though.
Yes, please fill the form. It just makes it easier for
so we know what design you want, what size you want.
If you send us the code and the form's not filled out, we can't get you a shirt because we don't know what you want.
Yeah.
So please, if you guys want a free shirt,
check it out, fill it out, send the code.
If you don't fill out the form, can't get you a shirt.
Yep. Funny thing about the code for our Halloween episode of Sweet Life this last week that dropped on Tuesday night. We had the code.
Tuesday or Wednesday, I don't remember.
One of like late Tuesday.
Yeah.
We had that same code, but it was only eligible for next 48 hours or something, right?
And yeah, we're gonna extend it here. I'm gonna extend it till tomorrow, 4 p.m.
Right. We're gonna extend it now, but
yeah,
at the time it was only like for that, extended slot, right? And we had a fan of the show really wanted to be the first one to DM us, right? Mm-hmm. 2 fans want to be the first ones. And one was Adam, and one was our buddy, Mr. Snake.
Okay.
And I want to hear what you think about this because the video goes live. And then around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I noticed on Instagram we get a DM, but it just says, "Was I the first one?" And I'm like,
the code's not coming through.
The code didn't go through. And then I get my buddy Adam blowing my phone up, texting me, sending me screenshots and videos. He's like, "It's not letting me send the code. It's not letting me send the code, blah, blah, blah." And then I see Mr. Snake DM us. He sent the code, but it was after. And so Adam was thinking, "Oh, I still got it first. Turns out that Instagram has like this self-security thing where like you can't spam people. Like you can't spam DMs people. So like if I'm not following you,
the DMs.
If I'm not following your account, but you're following me, you can send me a DM and I'll be able to see like the first one or two.
Yeah.
But if you just start blowing up DMs after that, it cuts it off. It's like you're trying to spam. And Adam was just like,
all right, so maybe what we'll do, we'll make a little post after this. But leave a comment. How's that sound?
No, the DMs work too.
Oh, the DMs are working?
No, they've always worked, but just don't do what Adam did and start spamming.
Oh, was he doing like a ton at once? All right, one DM is all we need. All right, yeah, just send one DM. Okay, as long as the DMs work. I thought you were going to say like they weren't working.
No, they work.
As long as they work.
You just send the code. Just don't go crazy. Don't send the code 50 times.
All right, yes, one time. One time we'll get it right. All right. Well, Jack, was there anything else you want to touch on? I know we got a Penn State game going on. Some other people, we don't want to take up their Saturday. I guess real quick, if you guys have any more questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them there. One more time, I do want to touch on, please make sure, go sign up, Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code GETRIGHT. You'll get a 50% deposit match of up to $2,000. I mean, come on. What's better than free money?
Free money for your Underdog?
I don't think there's anything better than free money.
No,
the only thing better than free money that I can think of is winning your fantasy league and be able to rub it into your league. Also go check out Trophy Smack.
Absolutely, man.
Like at chains, rings, trophies, anything, belts. I mean,
my buddies and I actually got a trophy from there last year, and it's still
just look kind of nice. Imagine you win your fantasy championship.
You get to raise the belt.
You're going out to the bar with your buddies, and you wear this thing around your waist or shoulder. Oh my God!
It's for you.
Let me tell you, you're not going home alone lonely that
night. You're going home with family friendly. All right, you got to follow the Sweet Life. Sweet Life football YouTube for the dirty jokes.
Yeah, again, I mean, on top of those, I just want to say, thank you, Anthony, all you guys.
Yeah, shout out, Anthony. Right. Thank you, man.
Follow all the other guys. That'll be in description. Going home with you on that belt. Exactly. Anthony knows what's going on. You're not going home alone. Let me tell you, man. All right, so there's that. Let me throw up the Instagram one more time. If you guys didn't get the first time, please go follow the gram. If you want the free shirt, even if you never listen to our show again, it's a free shirt, man. It's a free shirt. All you gotta do is hit follow, send a little promo code.
Send that code up. Free sweet tea
right there. I know I'm missing a T here, but even if you
free sweet tea, free sweetie.
Come on. You guys see those designs? We'll have to
check it out, man.
We'll have to save them. Like
follow the show, follow the gram.
Yeah. Other than that,
go Penn State, baby. We are.
I miss it in this outro.
White fantasy is the play, marking off and